Good morning. Welcome to the chapel. My name is Steve Elworth. I'm the International Outreach Director here at the church, and we're excited to be with you this morning. Our mission is to proclaim Jesus wherever He leads us. One of the things that we're committed to as a part of that mission is to help equip you for the works of ministry. The Bible is clear that pastors and teachers and those on staff at a church do not exist to do ministry on behalf of the church, but rather to equip all of those who call the church home to do those works of ministry. That's why we've created the Chapel Equipping Institute. We're going to be offering 3 classes as a part of the Institute starting tomorrow, so you can head over to the kiosk for more information on the classes and when they're going to meet. As we've continued to grow as a church and equipping people throughout the years, every once in a while, God will put it on somebody's heart to proclaim Jesus somewhere else around the globe where the gospel is less accessible. And that's exactly what happened with a young couple that just left from our church to go and serve in Bangkok, Thailand, Cody and Vicky Labarth. Take a look at this month's Missions Moment.
Good morning, Chapel. We are Cody and Vicky Labarth, and we are your missionaries to Asia living in Bangkok, Thailand. We work with a mission organization called Saturation Church Planting, and we are planting a church in Bangkok, as well as training church leadership in nations throughout Asia, in places like India and China and Nepal and many others, for the work of church planting and multiplication.
In 2016, by God's grace, we raised all the funds we needed to move to Bangkok. And in 2017, we're really trusting that the Lord will help us plant an English-speaking church in the city. We really see this church as a way to start reaching Bangkok, and that the church would be a catalyst for the work we want to see happen in Asia.
We want to say thank you for your partnership with us in God's mandate to the nations. We know that without supporters like you back in America, we wouldn't be able to be here on the field doing the work that we do. So thank you for your partnership, your prayers, and the love that you send us. We love you all and appreciate you.
That was this month's Missions Moment, but it's just a small part of our missions mandate that God has given to our church and all of us who call the chapel home. I want to tell you a story. Last year, a girl named Mackenzie, who was a part of our campus location for a while, served at our International Thanksgiving banquet. Had a great time with a table full of internationals, enjoying a Thanksgiving meal, but wanted to make that type of ministry more part of her life. So she signed up for our Conversation Partner program. Around the same time, we had an international student from China who had come to study at LSU and wanted a little bit of help with her English. So we paired Mackenzie and this student together to start meeting every other week to practice English. They would walk the lakes and go to coffee shops together. And even though Mackenzie started off nervous, they made fast friends. Over the months, this student had a lot of questions about Jesus, the Bible, where she grew up. She didn't have anybody telling her about these things. And Mackenzie got to share about Jesus and the life change that He had done in her. Well, later, after several months, this international student decided to follow Jesus. They kept meeting, they were great friends, but they began to start walking through, how do you grow as a believer? She started coming to church, and she started growing in her own faith. Mackenzie has since moved back up north to Chicago, but they remain very close friends. And what Mackenzie discovered was a small way that she could step into that missions mandate. The Conversation Partner program at the chapel is a great way for anyone to come and help welcome the nations that have come to Baton Rouge. We have dozens of international students or refugees or immigrants at any given time who have come to us and have asked for help with English. And the Conversation Partner program is just a semester-long commitment where we pair people together to meet every other week just to practice English. So if you speak English and if you want to make an impact among the nations, we would love to have you. Come and see us over at the kiosk. We'd love to get you paired with somebody. Thanks again for joining us. We're glad you're here. If you have any questions about our church or any way that we can pray for you, please fill out the connection card that's in your program and put it in the offering plate at the end of the service, or come see us over at the kiosk. Now let's continue with worship.